Philadelphia, it's time to fly! Please welcome your defending Super Bowl champion,
Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen ready to get the preseason started. Off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
Starting all the way back in the spring, Mike, there has been months of preparation building up for this very game. And for a lot of the guys on the sideline that have been around for a long time, these preseason games might not feel all that important. But I promise you, for that young guy who's putting an NFL helmet on for the very first time running out of that tunnel, these games go a long way, not only to making this current roster, but trying to make a career out of playing in the NFL.
Slant into the hands of Smith. 12 yards on that hookup. First down, Philadelphia.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
10 more yards. Complete to number 26.
On play action, Hurts taking a shot downfield for Smith. Here's third down and a few inches.
Incomplete. Cam Taylor-Britt on the coverage.
They'll run the sneak. Trying to put any seed he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line. 22 yards, the pickup there. Good for an Eagles first down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary.
And he will score! Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Charlie Jones now to return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the veteran, still going, former Super Bowl MVP, comeback player of the year in 2023. It's Joe Flacco.
Judging by our conversations with the coaches, Mike, I think it's a pretty safe bet. We won't be seeing a lot of this guy. I think what they're trying to do is just get him under center, knock off some of the rust of the offseason, and get him a couple live reps before he starts in week 1. At the end of the day, you just can't replicate this style of live action in practice, whether you're an established veteran like him or a young quarterback These reps in the preseason are invaluable.
And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. First run of the game here for Chase Brown. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and a yard. Here's Brown. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain there of 16 yards. It's a Cincinnati first down. On the ground, it's Brown. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Flacco. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come out with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Eagles offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. And Greg, week 1 here in the preseason. Look, we know a lot of the guys who are going to make the roster, but there's still a lot to happen in training camp that players can find their way to a spot on the opening Sunday.
No, we hear these stories all the time, Mike, where there's a little buzz about a guy in training camp and coming out of the local beat reporters and maybe the coaches talking about him a little bit. But then there's the surrounding question is he going to make the roster? And it's really what they do in these preseason games away from practice that ends up being the deciding factor. And how often do we see not only do they make the roster, but in some cases they go on to really have critical roles down the line as the season unfolds. So I know to a lot of fans and some of the veterans, these games don't feel like a whole lot, but to some guys on that sideline, their entire career is in front of them.
Caught downfield by Smith. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. Big time play for Philly. 33 yards. So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have 1st and goal. Here's Barkley. Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Saquon. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal for Hurts. This is caught toward the side of the end zone. Devontae Smith, touchdown Eagles. Tight spaces down there, things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Jones now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bengals offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Of the receiver's outstretched arms, it is incomplete. Man in motion, heading right. Throwing, Flacco. There's Fant, open, right side. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. Got his receiver on the in-cut, he's got it.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
They'll work this out wide to Kira. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up. To throw is Flacco. And he'll take it on in. Noah Fant. Touchdown, Bengals. McPherson now for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Bengals will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Jackson now to return it. Whoa! He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. Hurts delivers it quick to Brown. Flag comes in as he's forward for about 3 yards. But we'll need to check on the call. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Open man, Devontae Smith. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Now Barkley. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. It's 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. One caught by Smith. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Remember, he had his touchdown catch from last time they had football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
To throw is Hurts. He's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
I'll run up the middle with Barkley. He'll carry this one inside the 20, into the red zone. Give him 8 on that carry.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Once again, it's Barkley. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
It's a gain of a yard. That's another Eagles first down.
Hurts. First down throw there is incomplete.
And even though they'll say he had a man in the vicinity of the throw, it was clearly not intended to be caught. Really smart play. Don't risk a turnover here. Live for the next snap.
On second down, Hurts. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 5.
On third down, here's Hurts. That one, take it in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
This is one of those cases, Mike, where the play caller understands, I got 3 points in my back pocket. There's no need here to be conservative. Let's keep this drive alive and see if we can come away with a touchdown. But instead of just trying to pick up the first down, they go for the big one, and it's a perfect throw, great catch, and they come away with 6.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Jones now on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Now Brown. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. Going to get a stoppage here. We have an injured Bengal on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 3. Now Flacco. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter. Third down and 3. Here's Flacco to throw. He'll find Chase. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. So on fourth down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. Xavier Gibson, the Week 1 hero back in 2023, deep to return. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with first and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's going to tuck it and go.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up third and long, and most of the time is a very pass-happy situation, makes them very one-dimensional.
It is third and 10. Now it's Howe. He gets this complete to Granson. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 30. That's good for an Eagles.
Back to throw. Now he takes off. And he'll he'll go into the slide there. It'll be a gain of a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the Bengals.
Throwing is Howell. That's into the hands of Xavier Gibson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down. This play here, Mike, is just all about the get off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Here's Howell. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll get forward, give him about 4 yards before getting out of bounds, and that's going to bring up 3rd down.
And 9.
They'll throw with Howell. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's out of bounds, a couple of yards short of the marker, so decision to make here as it's 4th down. To throw is Howell. He's got it at the 3. And they will get the conversion. He's tackled down near the goal line, so it's not a touchdown, but it will be 1st and goal. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown. It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
This one caught at the 4.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Hank Bigsby, touchdown, Eagles. So they decide to go for the touchdown, and Greg, they get rewarded on 4th and goal with the 6 points.
Yeah, I think the safe bet there is you settle for the field goal and you're happy coming off the field with points. But not this play caller. He rolls the dice a little bit, but give credit to the offensive line. They created just enough of a lane for this back to take it in for 6.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away.
To kick off for Philadelphia.
From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
26-yard line.
Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense are going to get set to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. He'll get this complete to Sample, the tight end. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw is Browning. That's caught by Brooks. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
It's a gain of 10. And the Bengals.
First carry here, and it's Taj Brooks. And it's a short pickup to about the 42. Adoree Jackson makes the tackle. It is 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Browning now. That's complete. Jermaine Burks. And he'll be marked out at the 45-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down.
Now Browning. Open man. That's Charlie Jones. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Gain of 16 yards.
First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a 1st down. He'll send a tight end in motion right. Here's a handoff to Brooks. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-happy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
And the Bengals first down.
Throwing, Browning. Oh, fine work there defensively, got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete. They'll try again, it's 2nd and 10. Here's Browning. Rolling right.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Escaping to his left. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to have the first down. Just past the marker. It is 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Tight end motioning left. Browning. That'll be swung out wide to Brooks. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. On the handoff, this is Brooks. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 3rd and goal coming up. Back to throw, Browning. He'll try to run for it. And he will get into the end zone. Jake Browning, touchdown Cincinnati. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Gibson now on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back and forth first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. Powell. Open man, that's Gibson. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. That one good for 26 yards.
Good for an Eagles. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage. Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense and They've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. So on fourth down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Bengals offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Brooks. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. The throw here is complete. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Bengals.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And it'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
Back to the air one more time.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. And he stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Bengals offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. From 29, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now from the gun. Quick throw, taken in, and he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A gain of 17 yards, and the Bengals going to have a first down. Giving up the middle to Brooks. Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
He's across midfield with a 48-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up
On the draw, it's Brooks, who managed to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. John Campbell, first-round pick out of Bama, there for the stop. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run it with Brooks. It's a pickup of 13 yards. It's a Cincinnati first down.
a gain of 13 yards. First down, Bengals.
Now this time they'll look to throw. They find Brown out of the backfield. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up first down and goal.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Now he'll run it, and he will get into the end zone. Jake Browning, touchdown Bengals. That his second touchdown tonight. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Gibson now on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready for their first possession of this second half. Both these offenses have been informal. Is the defense going to show up? Can anybody come up with a stop? All tied here in this third quarter, and first and 10. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Here's Howell. Now a screen set up for Bigsby. Here now, 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 5.
Back to throw. Howell. Open man is Mechie. He's got it. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. A pickup of 44 yards.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag.
It's not a coincidence, Mike, that the best offenses in the NFL are all excellent at yards after the catch. It's a combination of a few things: a highly accurate quarterback and the ability of the scheme to get open players in open space. Once you do that, the rest is up to them.
And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. Second down coming up.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going in the short game.
And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up first and goal.
It's a gain of 18. And an Eagles first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's Bigsby. And he's going to lose yardage here. Taken down back at the 8.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
It's back at the 8 now for 2nd and goal. One more time with Bigsby. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
They'll throw with Howell. And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
32-yard attempt.
Elliott's kick is good. And And the Eagles will take the lead here in the third quarter.
Job number one on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Bengals offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man is the tight end Sample. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Cincinnati.
He'll get this out wide. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
On the ground, it's Brooks. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
To throw, it's Browning. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
First down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll look to throw. I got a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Browning now.
Yards to go.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down. So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. McPherson's kick is good, and the Bengals will tie the game here in the 3rd quarter.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive, but when you find yourself down 3 here in the 2nd half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up, and they were able to do that here.
Here comes Will Shipley on the return, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. On the ground, it is Bigsby to start this drive. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick 1st down.
That's good for the Eagles. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Once again, it's Bigsby. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down. To throw is Howell. This one caught by Mechie. He'll be marked down very close to the 1st down. They got 14 to the 15 that they needed. It's going to set up a manageable 3rd and short. And he's going to be close to that 1st down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing is Howell. short pass there, and he's got Granson. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Ball on the 39. Here's second down and a yard.
39-yard line.
That's right side. He's got Calcaterra. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
That's another Eagles first down.
On the handoff, this is Bigsby. He'll push forward for about a yard. Barrett harder that time, there to make the play.
2 yards on the pickup.
Now it's Hal.
At the Bengals' 36-yard line.
He's got his tight end, Granson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. 25 yards, the pickup there. First down, Philadelphia.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
The red zone now. He'll drop to throw. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 6-yard line.
So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. EA Sports back for more. The NFL preseason after this. Quarter. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
And that is incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
A 23-yard attempt.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in the 4th.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Bengals offense ready to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He connects with Mims. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
They run out of the gun with Brooks. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now. And partially, it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game. All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line.
First and 10.
The Eagles offense and Sam Howell heading back onto the field. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. He completes this one to Mechie. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. Give him 14 on that play. One play, one first down.
Eagles. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super concerned. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
On second down, this is Shipley. And he'll be near the first down marker. It's going to gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down.
Gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
They'll try to sneak it here. They're trying to find any seed he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
No gain on a quarterback sneak. That's pretty surprising, Mike, anytime we see that happen. There just aren't many plays in the NFL that we consider to be automatic. The quarterback sneak is normally pretty close.
A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line.
First and 10.
Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. Now, faking the give. Moving left.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
Throwing, Browning, gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to have this one up near the 28. Catch number 7 so far in this one, and a first down. Off play action, he'll set up to throw. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Number 15 gets 15 yards out of that one, and he's got his team a first down. Two first downs have them up to the 44-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flushed to his left.
And that was really well defended along the back end, Mike. And with nobody open downfield, he's got no choice but to turn into a runner. They end up rallying to the ball, and they limit to a minimal gain.
Give inside, it's Brooks. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
I see a lot of tired legs out there on both sides of the field, Mike. Looks like this pass rush has found a little bit of a second wind. They come away with a big-time sack, and it brings up 4th down.
The Bengals out and ready to punt. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And no return on this one. Fair catch signaled for and taken. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll give it here to Shipley. Well, he shows you the elusiveness getting out of one tackle, but not the other. Fortunate, really, to get back to the line of scrimmage on that play.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
get there. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for the Eagles. First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here you are at the end of the game. You need a stop. You find yourself trailing. You have everybody covered, and the quarterback gets loose. Those are the plays that just kill a defensive coordinator. You're about to force a punt, about to get the ball back to your offense. Give credit to the quarterback. He made a play when they needed it.
Second down and 3.
Brings up second and 3 at the 39-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Bigsby. He's inside the 30. They finally track him down, but what a run as they'll mark it at the 10-yard line.
Yards, the gain on the play. That's good for an Eagles.
It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
31.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bengals offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. With Brooks to begin this drive. And his momentum completely stopped there. Picked up, thrown down for a loss.
At the 24-yard line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Back to throw, Browning. Here comes the screen to Brooks. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
Now Browning, he's going to look for the home run ball. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down. It's something these teams stress all week. There's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
And he's going to have a Bengals first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving. And then some.
27 on the play. And the Bengals first down.
Here's Browning. That's to the right side for Burton. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Bengals.
Here's a handoff to Brooks. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and
Another try with Brooks. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. Going to get a stoppage here. We have an injured Bengal on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason especially that it's not too serious. They need to get to the 22, but now face third down. Browning. He's got a man. That's the tight end Sample. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.